Hey there folks, I'm Nando, I'm a graphical artist and illustrator, and how's it going? Today we are here to talk about a subject that isn't being talked about in media at all, like to the point of being totally obnoxious. AI. Well, hate it or love it, this ship has sailed, we can't stop it, there's nothing we can do about it. And people need to kind of chill out about it. Oh, by the way, what you're looking at is the second page of my next comic book. I just started this week, so that's it. Let's move on. It's not that bad. AI is just like NFTs. The tech behind it, you can do some really cool stuff with it. It's a shame that we're mostly using a good thing for the most unethical, shitty things possible. But the tech itself, it's really cool. It can be used for such awesome things. Like I'm using ChatGPT to brainstorm ideas for projects and to DM D&D games for me. So why do we have such a doomerish view of AI? Why is it so bad? Well, it's because you only see bad news about it. Because to make it short, media will only show you the bad side of everything, because our ape brains focus a lot more on bad things than positive. You will almost never hear good news in media. And before we start, I should probably point that while I'm not a AI developer, I actually know a little bit of what I'm talking about, because by July I'll have completed my second degree in system analysis. I actually know about how machines work, how computer logic works, and this bare bones knowledge makes me understand the subject more than 90% of Twitter. So, okay, let's start. So to start off, how does an AI work? What is an AI? Firstly, it isn't actually artificial intelligence, because to be an artificial intelligence, it had to be sentient, which isn't, regardless of whatever conspiracy theories you read, and regardless of it saying it is sentient. Sometimes. What it does is a program that's really good at analyzing patterns a bajillion times. It'll analyze images and texts and videos an absurd amount of times. It is basically like reading the entire internet. And on comparing the same things 1,000 millions of times. So using this humongous amount of data, it is capable of creating something following that certain pattern. That's how AI works. It's a pattern machine. That's it. Nothing more. It just works in such an unimaginable scale, which is why the servers necessary to run AI is such an environmental nightmare. So it cannot replace artists, but it's a tool that we can use it, and people who refuses to understand it and use it will be left behind. Maybe your job requires you to use AI, at least in the process, because have you seen what AI does? It is really good at making slop really fast, but it can be useful. It can speed up the process for us so much. For example, I'm using it for brainstorming. I'm using it to create textures for when I have to edit photos for my day job. The image it gives me is completely unusable unless I grab it and then I'll kind of mess with it a little bit and then I can use it. AI on itself isn't able to replace us. It's like a hammer can't replace a carpenter. Regardless of how the market wants us to believe that, why have a creative team on your company when you can just have the computer do anything? People who says that are marketing people, sales people, or people who knows nothing of technology. It's the same people that use it to say that NFTs would completely replace money. So AI isn't your enemy. You should actually learn how to use it. It can be very useful. Oh, by the way, are you liking the video? If you are, like and subscribe, yada, because YouTube kind of hates my channel because I don't do stuff that are easily marketable, and I actually want to do videos that I enjoy and that you might enjoy. So help me out. I'm a history buff, and history is such an undervalued thing, but it helps us to understand a lot of the things that's going on right now. The whole AI thing is just like when TV was invented and people were like, oh, this is horrible, nobody's going to ever hear radio or music ever again because music doesn't have images. This new thing is completely superior and it replaces the past thing completely. And we all know that radio isn't gone. And even if you say, oh, but I don't have like a radio at home. I don't listen to like 123 FM. No, but you have Spotify. You don't listen to radio programs, but you listen to podcasts, which are the same thing. It's just adapted to the internet. And it was the same thing with radio and TV and the internet, and now the internet and AI. People are very afraid of new things that destabilizes their lives, but even with that, it happens. It happens all the time. It's just happening really fast. We could have like a break of like 5 years with no major apocalyptic incidents that uproot society, but fine, we are going to deal with it, as always. So, will AI be bad for us artists and the creative field itself? I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. And anyone who says that they know doesn't know and are full of shit. What we can be sure of is that it's going to destabilize the area for a while, which sucks, but we've been there before. We will survive this. It's kind of part of the deal. It happens in any area. We don't know what the balance will be in the end, if it will be a plus or... But the only thing that we can't do is getting scared and burying our heads on the ground and ignoring this thing. We can take this tool and let it empower us, make it ours. I'm going to try and use it on my next comic. It's been years since I've done a comic book, and because comic books take a lot of time to make. And I'm going to use AI to see if I can speed up the process by letting it help me doing the backgrounds. Let's highlight, it's not going to do the backgrounds for me, it's going to speed up the process because I'm going to still fix it. I'm going to create new things based on and just let the AI help me on the process, the speed of things. And I really hope that by the end of this video you're feeling a bit relieved, less freaking out. Like, don't listen to people saying that it's going to be the end of the world. We've been there before and we've survived many times, and it's going to be all right. So I hope you liked the video. If you like it, like and subscribe. And I'm open to commissions, maybe. See ya.